Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. This is Terry, and we welcome you. And nothing's working tonight. I'm telling you, the logo sting didn't work. The thing. Let's get back over here to the beach, and there we are. I really apologize. I think I spend more time. I wish I was a technical genius, because I'm not. And what can I tell you? One more thing, I did an upgrade today on XSplit Broadcaster, which is this program here, and went to a more advanced version. And I think I'm not as advanced as the version is or something, because I can't get it to work. For one thing, you'll see all the writing is upside down. And there's a tool over here on the right, and I will click it and you'll see what happens. Well, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's an error message from Google, and I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's not working. I just found that out a few minutes ago. I had tried everything else out this afternoon, and it was all working. The picture was looking good, and the green screen was gone and all that. And then all of a sudden I get over here to do this, and what can I tell you? It's not working right, and that's okay, because you can see me, and as far as I can see, the PowerPoint is coming out all right. And if it goes crooked, it reversed, why, then we'll just wing it, and we'll just do it. But anyway, all this fancy equipment and everything like that, I don't know. I need to find somebody that can work on this, and I've got some other stuff on my computer here he's working on, so I'm going to have to do something. Anyway, you hear all about my woes and all that kind of stuff, and I don't mean to bore you with all that, because you're here to learn, and we're going to talk about. So welcome to this edition to the show. This is the edition of Sell Your Own Products on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle, and tonight we're going to be talking about Amazon private label, drop shipping, Black Friday, and success. That seems like a lot, and hopefully it will be, because we're going to get in. And I'll be honest with you, this has been a good week, I guess, as far as that, but I didn't get to spend the time on the program that I should, because it was, you all know, it was election week, and so election night I had to stay up until 3 o'clock, and then went to bed and slept a couple hours and got back up at 6 and had to watch everything. And what can I say? It was fun. It was exciting to see. I'm very happy with the outcome. What can I say? I think it's going to be a great day for our country. And without getting too political and everything like that, I think we need a businessman in there. I think we need somebody that's I'm not going to say that, but I think we need somebody that's going to stand up and represent us, and not back down. So that's all I'm going to say about that and everything else. And so, but I welcome you tonight, and welcome to the broadcast. I hope we're going to have a good time. Let me see. I think the sponsor slide does work. It's one of the few, so I'm going to click on it here. Yes, the spot, but it's upside down. I forgot about that. So let's go back to the beach. Anyway, the sponsor is the Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle course. You know, what can I tell you? The course is I don't know what it is, 57 videos, something like that. It's getting up there. And one of these days I got to stop and count them and put them back and change that. But I did that, and then for some reason I didn't save it, and it got lost. So anyway, what can I tell you? We're here. I'm glad to be here tonight. And like I say, the writing is all upside down because I've got a problem with the program and everything, which is okay. We'll survive that. And we're going to get talking about some of this stuff here in just a minute. But the sponsor is the course. Of course, you know, it's all of the videos and the PowerPoints and the all the other things that take you from the very start to setting up your Amazon account to promoting your product afterwards. It's everything. And when you get that, you also get my phone number. You can call me. I'm there from about 9 to 9 every day. I'll call and I'll answer. Sometimes I'm not there. If you leave me a message or if you text me, you're better off, and then I'll get back to you because I'll check that. Sometimes I don't check my voicemail. I should be more cognizant of that, but I just don't. What can I tell you? I'm not that I'm getting old or anything. I'm just had a birthday a couple of weeks ago, turned 74, virile 74. What can I tell you? So anyway, we're going to have a good time, and also we have the new program, the Dropship Project, which is going good. Some of the people that signed up are in the process or have gotten their products installed on the in their Amazon account, and they should start making money now. So I think that's always exciting when something comes to the conclusion, something gets going, and everything like that. I think that's exciting. So you go to privatelabelselling.com and you'll find the sign up sheet for both of them. The dropship product, I do not have the sales copy on it, but I've got the buy button there. That's more important anyway. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. I'm working on putting one of the videos in to kind of explain it like we've done in the Hangouts for the last couple times. And so we're putting that in there. We're getting things set up, and what can I tell you? It's there. So Amazon, private label, drop shipping, Black Friday, and success. That's what we're talking about tonight. Let's get over there. There we go. Oh, it's backward too. I just tried it and it wasn't, and then it is, and I don't know, folks. I am really sorry. It looks real good on my desktop because I got the original right here, so I can click on it, and then when it comes here, it's current. Let's try one more time I don't know why. Oh, wait, let's try this. Let's try it. I don't know where we're at. You have permission to start and click continue, and it cancels. So I'm just going to cancel it, and we're going to go back. And well, what can I tell you, folks? What can I tell you? This is what you got tonight. I am sorry for that, but we're going to talk about Amazon private label. And it's like I say, it's hold on a minute. That oh man, when I did that, I goofed up this other thing. No, 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 no. No. Oh, and we're live too. I'm sorry, folks. Like I say, I just we're and I don't. It's probably the first night I usually. I didn't print them out. And this is probably the first time I've not printed out my slides. I usually always do, and I didn't because I just didn't have time to go over them today, and so I didn't print out my slide. And we're there, and oh, while I'm trying to get this in position here, there is a chat box over here. If anybody would like to ask me a question, I would be glad to answer it. If not, we're really having a mess tonight, and I can't get it. No, that's not going to work. uh, right here's the chat box. I put good evening, everyone, and I don't know. There, I put that up there, and I'm trying to get this around here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. And like I say, I didn't print uh, the slides out. I usually do, and I didn't tonight. So, all right. I th I think the only thing I can do is, man, I could uh, I could wing it if I can. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. Let me do this there. Uh, so that, and then going. So Amazon private label. Amazon has a. Let me get my thoughts together here. I'm really apologize for this. What a mess. This, and I'm sure not going to blame it on the software because I think it's me. But what can I tell you? But so what I was going to talk to you about tonight was Amazon private label was the first thing. And one of the biggest things is commingled inventory. Don't fight City Hall. Use it. And so many times in the course and everything, I explain about using commingled inventory. But everybody has too many people on Amazon that are so-called coaches and gurus and all that stuff, but I guess I'm in that category, something like that. But I have always stressed commingled inventory. And every time I get a new person in the course, or I get, 6, 7, or probably more than that, emails a week asking me about different stuff. And if I can answer them, I do. I'm not one of those that says, well, you got to join the course. If I can answer a question, I'll answer. So I answer, but so many times I get the same question is the FISCU label. Everybody wants to put a FISCU label on the product. You don't have to put a FISCU label on your product. Matter of fact, I recommend you don't. And I'll be the first to admit that a lot of the other teachers in that recommend you do. The reason I don't, because you're just compounding the problem. And Amazon is coming to the point where they're going to outlaw them after a while. It might be a couple years, but they're getting close because Amazon wants to be able to deliver to anybody in the United States within 1 day. Well, if you put a FISCU label on yours and you send it in under your name and everything, what happens is, if, say, you live in California and your buyer lives in New York. Now, your buyer buys your product on it, and you've got it's FBA, and you've got it on there with a FISCU label and not as commingled inventory. What happens is Amazon has got to, I forgot where it's, New York and California, it doesn't make any difference. If you live in New York, Amazon has to ship it to you from California. So that's the only way that you could put it. But if you're in commingled inventory, even though you're private label now, just bear with me, commingled inventory, and somebody in New York has got the same product. Let's face it, Heinz beans is the same whether it's in your California or New York, whether it's in your can or your neighbor's can, doesn't make any difference. And Amazon can serve that to their customer within a couple of hours. And that's what Amazon wants. But when you put a FISCU label on and you don't send your product in as commingled inventory, then they have to ship that all the way from California to New York for you to get your product, which is going to take a couple days, maybe 3, whatever it is, doesn't make any difference. It just makes the progress so much slower. And that's what Amazon is. That's the big thing with Amazon. And they're trying to get away from that. And that's the reason you need to do it, is to use it. Is your product going to be, I hear this thing that, I hear this all the time, the excuse for not using commingled. Well, my product is, I got it from a better supplier than my competition, that mine's better. No, if your product's the same, it's the same, whether you get it from XYZ or PQS. Like I say, Heinz beans is Heinz beans one way or another. That's the same, and most manufacturers are the same. So list it that way and get over it. Get over it, because Amazon's going to make you in the sheer near future, because Amazon is getting closer and closer to that one day being able to deliver that product, and thereby, come hell or high water, they're going to do it. Now, what can I tell you? That's just the way it is, and that's what it is. So Amazon, commingled inventory. Don't fight City Hall. The sooner you get your ready, the sooner you get set up to use it. And believe me, it's so much simpler. It's so much. Those FISCU labels are a pain in the you know what. You've already, most every product you got, when you have a private label, for God's sakes, put your UPC on the label. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't have to. You can use a FISCU label, but that's ludicrous in my thing. Why do you want to do it like that? You're just making it more difficult, and Amazon is going to do something about it. Okay, so one more thing, forget about the FISCU labels. Put your UPC on your label, especially your private label. If you're buying arbitrage or drop shipping or anything, it's already on your label. I think you don't have to worry about it. And go commingled inventory, whatever we want. Okay. Another thing is, I don't know if you noticed just within the last couple of weeks or so, that FedEx is added to the partner carrier program. Now, if you live next to a FedEx place, or you like your FedEx driver or something like that, they can do anything that United Parcel Service did. Not knocking anyone, United Parcel and FedEx. I've used United UPS, United Parcel for years, and so I guess maybe I'm a little more pro UPS than I am FedEx, but that doesn't make any sense, because they both provide the same thing. And matter of fact, FedEx has also got the FedEx shipping, which is something UPS doesn't have, and it's a very good thing. But FedEx is added to the partner carriers program, so you can use when you go in there and you fill out the form to send products to Amazon, you could choose UPS or FedEx, either one you want. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. Now, this is something we've talked about for maybe the last I don't know, maybe 5-6 months or something like that. It probably started about last July, August. I started talking about it. And inventory is now an expense. It's not a right of FBA. When I first started, man, I'm going to tell you, it was great. I bought stuff. China had it shipped to Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA was so nice. They stored that stuff for me. Sometimes a year, sometimes a year and a half. And the charge was nominal. It was really nothing. Well, the problem is now too many people have done what I did, and Amazon has decided they don't want to be your storeroom anymore, your storehouse. As a matter of fact, it started the November and December charges are high, and you're going to get hit with it. So it's down to the point where it's like I say, it's now an expense and not a right of FBA. So my advice is, when you're shipping from China or something like that, or someplace like in that area, it could be Vietnam. It doesn't make any difference where it's at, for God's sake. It doesn't make any difference. My advice is you send it to somebody like My Inventory Team, or what are they called, Major Buy List, whatever the Bullard is right now, and have it there. And when you need it, you send it into Amazon. Keep your Amazon inventory down to 1-2 months or so, because in November, December, it's going to get downright expensive if you've got a lot of inventory in there. Why? Because that's the busiest time of year, and they don't want in years past, I guess from what I heard, they've been stacked from floor to ceiling and everything else, and it's hard to get around, hard for them to work, because they're as busy as heck under Q4, and so they want that move around. They want to have the stuff there. They want to hand it, and they want to get their customers' product out to them. And that's what it's all about, folks. It's not what can I tell you? It's not. I just noticed something here. Huh. I here. Where am I? PowerPoint. Huh. I don't know. This thing is really goofed up tonight, and for those that are on here and really, I bear with you. I'm going to try and get through it. It's all goofed up. I don't know where I'm at in the picture. I don't. I'm in my broadcast picture. I'm here, but where I'm at on this one here, I don't know. I hope you're seeing it, and if you're not, I apologize. Like I say, I'm going to have to get somebody in to get this thing fixed because it's a mess. It's a mess. I say I explained it for just those that just joined us or something like that. I upgraded the XSplit broadcaster today, and I thought everything was all right. And then I went to start it up tonight, and I'm having all kind of trouble with it. So I'm going to have to get somebody to fix it, and I can't get this, so the stuff turns right. It just won't let me. This is a box over here that does that, and it doesn't. It's not working. It goes over here and goes. What do you call it? That's an error. That's an error, and permission to start. So I go over here and I start it, and I keep getting this invalid thing. So I don't know. What can I tell you? It's a mess. Thank goodness there's not too many people on this tonight. But for you that are, I really apologize. And I wish there was something to do to get it fixed, but I don't think I can do it. I've tried and tried. So what can I tell you? So we're going to go back over here. Now I lost the PowerPoint. There we go. Okay. All right. So private label. Change is coming. And what I want to say is this, and you couldn't, new tool. It's product manufacturer, product wholesaler, product distributor, product bottler. What I want to say is, as you know, Donald Trump got elected president, and one of his main platforms has to do with trade and the balance of trade and what they call the thing that's made China rich, and part of that is selling to us. I don't know if you know, we started talking about this last year, earlier this year, maybe March or March, somewhere around there. Anyway, it doesn't make any difference. But I said that Amazon was over in China actively soliciting Chinese manufacturers to sell their product on Amazon. And I said, it's quite to understand. Amazon wants their best deal and the best price for their customers. And so they're actively soliciting the Chinese manufacturers to not to go through you and me and all that, but to come over and sell. And if you look on Amazon now, and if you look in the sellers, and some of them, they say you've got a couple more days shipping and that, but they're coming directly from China, and they're selling on Amazon under their own name, everything, and shipping to the customer from China. Is anything wrong with that? No, nothing's wrong with that. But the thing of it is, it just makes it simpler, because a lot of the manufacturers, matter of fact, I have one of the students or persons in the course tell me the other day that the manufacturer said no, he just didn't want to do business. It was easier for him just to send the product to Amazon himself and sell it. And so what I'm trying to say is change is coming. It might not be 5 months, 6 months. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm going to tell you right now, the change is coming, and you need to watch it. And that's what I say. Those new private label tools, which I've talked about those in the course. Matter of fact, it's one of the very first modules in the course where I talk about that and exchange how to use it. But everybody likes the thrill of going to China and buying their product, and they think they're going to get a better price and all that. And a lot of times you do, but a lot of times you don't either. And a lot of times, a lot of manufacturers in the United States could do that product, especially mom and pop. They would love to have a smaller account. You know, when I say a smaller account, a person that just sells a few, where a mom and pop can't compete with the big manufacturers in not in quality, but in time and money and everything else. Where if they could take you, if say you're making a new shoe or something like that, they could come and you could promote it. You could be their one seller, or whatever you want to call it, and they would love it because they don't know about anything about selling on Amazon. You do. And what I'm trying to say is there's an awful lot of missed opportunities out there with manufacturers that are looking for somebody to sell their product in the States, and these manufacturers in the States, maybe a mom and pop in Podunk, USA, and there's nothing wrong. I come from Podunk, USA. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But those manufacturers would love to have an account selling for them and everything like that. So change is looking now, and I said this many times, you might have to Google, maybe go to the 12th, 15th, 17th, 18th page. Why? Because these mom and pops don't have the slightest idea about building a website, what to do with the website or anything else. So they might go out and hire their cousin who's in high school or something like that and build a web page, and they think that's what's going to do it, and they're going to be down about, you know, page 18, 20 or something like that. But you find it, and I'll be honest with you, it works. I found 2 or 3 of my manufacturers that way, and I couldn't be happier. They're in Ohio, different places like that, and man, they're right when you call them, they're right there. And so that's all I'm going to say is, you know, but the point I'm trying to make is change is coming, and so you need to you need to be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Let's go over here. Drop shipping. Watch your metrics. Matter of fact, I got another letter from Amazon today. One of and I have to send it in because I've had it straightened out. But I'll be honest with you, I have gotten my account suspended. I did, and it took me maybe a week, 10 days to get it unsuspended, or what do you want to call it. And it was all to do with drop shipping. When I first started, Amazon has these metrics, and one of the metrics is being able to, when you sell a product, that's why Amazon wants you to take the tracking number and put it in to Amazon. That's the way you get paid, and it's that important. And so what happens was they've got this system. It's set up. It works with UPS. It works with FedEx. It works with OnTrack. It works with quite a few other companies that they can track. But there's a lot of products that are sold on Amazon, and I happen to sell a few of them. I like them real well and everything. But the problem is they're hazmat, so they can't go UPS or FedEx or OnTrack or any of those others. They just won't take them. So they have to go common carrier. And a lot of products I sell, I told you, I sell some big bulky products, and so they have to go, with common carrier of 18-wheeler, like you see going down the road all the time. That's how you sell. And so Amazon's tracking system is not set up for those. So there's Pitt, Ohio. There's Eastern, Southeastern. There's I don't care. There's all kind of them. And so they give you what they call a null thing, and you put it in, and say Southeastern, be Southeastern Freight Lines null, and you put it in, and Amazon gives you credit for that. I mean, they'll pay your product because they know it's been shipped, but they can't track it, so they ding you what they call a tracking metric, and so I got a product, and so finally I had to sit down. I had to write to Amazon, Seller Central, to the team and everything that takes care of it, and we got it set up, and they agreed with me. That's something to do, and so they're writing a code on my account and some other accounts. I'm not the only one, and to eliminate that, so I don't get dinged on that. But I did, and like I say, I lost my selling privileges for a few days, and well, no, I only lost the selling privileges for 2 days, is what it was, and we got it straightened out and everything. And but you need to watch your metrics, because that's one of the things. Another one of the metrics they have is on in stock, whether you can deliver the products or something like that. And so that's one of the things. If you're a drop shipper, you know that you've got to watch that. Some of the times, you can't get away. You're going to get products that people are buying, and you're going to go to your supplier, and you're going to find out that man, they don't have it. For some reason or another, they ran out or something like that. If you got a good supplier, it doesn't happen very often, but it's going to happen regardless. It's going to tell you about it. And so is that the end of the world? No. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go to check on your thing and see if another Amazon seller has the product. If it is, buy the product, have it shipped to your customer, and that's all. Or just same thing, go to eBay. I don't care where you go. If you could find the product, go and have it shipped to your customer. Your customer wins. You win. You might end up paying a little bit more. You might end up breaking even. Doesn't make any difference. You don't get into that not break, but you don't get dinged in the metric system. So that's all I'm really going to say. So, but the metrics are crucial for your buy box placement. If you're up against 2-3 other sellers, or sometimes more than that, 6-7 other sellers, and you've got the best buy box, you got the best metrics, you're going to get the buy box. It's just that simple. So one more time, drop shipping, watch your metrics. Amazon sure does. Crucial for buy box placement. And it is, just watch your metrics. So we're also going to talk about Black Friday. That's coming up in, what is today? Today's the 10th. So we're 15 days, 2 weeks. Oh, excuse me. I guess 2 weeks from today is Thanksgiving Day. And so the day after is Black Friday. So all I'm telling you about is watch your inventory. Watch your inventory. Make sure you got plenty sent in. Don't send it in too early, because Amazon doesn't want it in there. But with that being said, I'm going to tell you, you wait until you get into December. You sent something in, and I've seen orders that I've sent in to FBA, and they've sat on the dock for 3 weeks or so, because Amazon is so busy this time of year, Black Friday and all that, it just takes them that long to get through the queue. And nothing wrong with that. That's good. That means, because if the back end is booked up, that means the front end is booked up too, and more power to it, because that means more stuff's going out the front door. And they don't have time to bring stuff in the back room, and that's good. That's good. That's what you want. That's what Black Friday is all about. So, what can I say? What can I say? Let me see. Oh, so Black Friday is 2 weeks from now. We watch your inventory, and then all I'm going to tell you is sit back and relax, because there's not too much you can do during Q4 to change anything. It should have already all been done, and you should be sitting there. Stuff should be flying out, and that cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching on the right-hand corner of your Amazon account should be changing all the time, and then that's what you want. That's what you're in business for. That's what you want. So sit back and relax. There's not much you can do at this point. Your stuff should be in there, should be ready to go. So with that being said, success. And I just wrote this down. No matter what kind of selling you are doing, work on it, do it better, fine tune it in daily and enjoy your family. And that's what I'm trying to tell you tonight. You know, if you, whether it's drop shipping, private label, uh, with retail arbitrage, it's hard to enjoy your family. That's one of the hardest things you can possibly do. And a lot of people brag about they process and pack how many boxes and everything like that. But man, you can't do that all the rest of your life. And you might be making good money now, but there's going to come a time when you fall down, you break a leg, or something like that happens, and you're out of business. You're plain out of business. All you're doing in retail arbitrage, and you know, more power to you if you're doing it. I'm not putting you down, but I'm saying it's a job, and that's all you're doing is building yourself a job. And there's going to come a time when you, like I say, you're going to break a leg. You're going to something will happen, and it's happened to me, and it's happened to a lot of my good friends in that. And sometimes if you do something really bad, like break a leg or something like that, it can be months before you get, and it puts you out of business because there's nobody else that can do it for you. You know, so what can I say? With that being said, I'm really here. Let me see here. Who? We've got this much, and we do have some visitors tonight. And so I'm going to ask you right now if over here on the right, there's a group chat. It might be on the left on your computer. It might be reverse side. I don't remember. But out down in the box, there's a little enter chat message, and you can write me. I'd be glad to answer any questions. If not, we will probably sign off early tonight because it's a mess. I apologize for that, and I don't have the slightest idea how to fix it. I've tried and tried, and I'm going to have to get a hold of a technician or somebody to get this straightened out. I've got a couple things that really I need to have somebody work on. I'm having trouble with the website, having trouble with this XSplit broadcaster. So if anybody out there is a technician and they'd like to trade off for something, why, give me an email. You know, well, there's Terry at AskMyDecorator.com. That's my original one, and the other one was TerryShire@gmail.com. So love to talk to you. Anyway, what can I say? Like I say, the chat is over there. I hope it's working. I typed that in there. Good evening, everyone. That's me. So I presume it is working. But like I say, it could not. It wouldn't surprise me. Everything else is, I don't know. What can I say? I'm having trouble with it. I have to get a hold of them and get somebody to do it. But anyway, if I could answer any questions, I would love to. If not, we will sign off early tonight. Because I know we've got a few people that are watching, which is good, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you coming out tonight and being part of this. You know, what can I say? It's it's a mess. It's a mess. I don't know. So what can I say? I'll wait here just a couple more minutes and say that. If you're thinking about the dropship project, John and I don't want to really work. I mean, we've got enough to do in December and that, so we've got enough room for maybe 3, maybe 4 more people before the first year, because we're going to get so many. I'm just going to close it down. Like I say, I haven't had time to finish the website. I mean, the sales letter and everything else. It's in there. You go back 2 weeks to a hangout, and you'll get all the sales part of exactly what you got to do and all that. It's there, and with it, and the same with the course. The course is ready, and we can take more students on the course. That's not a problem right now. And like I say, neither one is a problem. It's just that we're not going to take the dropship project. Is we have to. Well, John has to do a lot more. My part is once I get it set up, and I'm behind on that. And so, what can I say? I don't know. Nobody's answering anything in the group chat there. Nobody's put it in, and Let me see. Let me go back over here and see if we can get the beach. I don't know. There we are. Well, at least we got that. I'm on the beach. Uh, Take that out of there. But it's upside down too, like you can see here. What can I tell you, folks? I really appreciate you coming out tonight. I apologize once again. It seems like I've been doing a lot of that here lately, but what can I tell you? I wish I was a technical genius, and I'm not. Can do figure things out like the dropship project and the private label. I know that and that, but I don't know much about this broadcast and all that. So I apologize once again. Have to get somebody to take care of it. And with that being said, I can see that we're losing a few viewers. So and I don't want to bore you anymore tonight. I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. And what can I say? I just really appreciate you. So with that being said, I'm going to click out, go out of here. We're going to go out, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Will be Thanksgiving, so we're not going to do. I'm not going to do a hangout on Thursday, Thanksgiving night. So anyway, I'll send you a notice like I always do. For the next one, it'll probably be maybe towards the week after that or something, because we'll be in Black Friday. I mean Q4 full swing. Things should be flying out the door by then. So hang in there. You got any questions? Email me. If you're part of the course or something, text me or call me. Give me a thing. I'd be glad to answer anything like that. So with that being said, good evening, and I shall see you in the next broadcast.